Big news on Brexit. Check this out. The Telegraph newspaper are reporting that the European Parliament think that Brits did not know what they were voting for when they chose to leave the bloc. What a bunch of blockheads. This famously undemocratic regime once again shows its contempt for the will of the people. The EU is an unaccountable political monolith, unapologetically detached from the hopes, dreams and aspirations of the people it leads. The EU is interested in only one thing: itself. Why else would they weaponise the Northern Ireland Protocol, which risks restarting the Troubles and causes needless economic pain for all sides? And this is a bloc, by the way, that threatened to erect a border between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland when they messed up and failed to order enough vaccines early in the pandemic. The EU is dominated by France and Germany. Smaller countries don't get a look in, Greece being the most egregious example, effectively bankrupted for several generations by that horrific bailout deal struck during the global downturn in 2010. That's how they treat the little guys. And their contempt for voters is clear from this latest outburst. You, the British people, are too stupid and too ignorant to have known what you are voting for. Except you're not. Of course, Brexit is not without its challenges and bumps in the road. And I can't think of too many people who anticipated that there would not be a short-term economic and logistical impact from this major change. But it was about sovereignty, about democracy, and the long-term direction of this country. It's pretty clear that the British people wanted power back in their own hands. Control of our borders, our laws, our money, and our trade policy. And all of those things are now in our gift. Yes, there are compromises. The deal was an absolute horror show for our fishermen. European courts are still too entwined in our constitution. And of course, there is that wretched Northern Ireland Protocol which divides our country so disgracefully. But as with the friction of goods and other economic tensions, all of this will wash away in time once the politics of our departure has become a distant memory. There will come a point, mark my words, when the EU wants to stop bashing Britain and start doing business with us. We buy more from them, and they, therefore, need our business. Capitalism will win. Now, I got in a bit of hot water this week for the following tweet, and it reads as follows. And this is what I actually tweeted out earlier in the week. I voted Remain, but I'm absolutely loving Brexit because it seems to be annoying all the right people. Now, of course, I'm not happy to see the inevitable impacts that Brexit is having on certain groups and industries, and they must be resolved. But I stand by my comments. So many of my fellow Remainers have proved to be anti-democratic bullies. They are the same people echoing this idea that the public are stupid and didn't know what they were voting for. And these Remainer bullies are also normally the ones with a blue heart next to their profile on Twitter, a mask, of course, the EU flag and pronouns. The Euro zealots seem to be aligned with the Be Kind Brigade, who are anything but. Whether anyone likes it or not, Brexit will be a success because sovereignty and self-determination are always the basis of a successful country. Striking trade deals with scores of countries around the world is our new reality. A deal with America will happen, and there's even talk of a deal with China too. It's obvious that a single country is far more nimble-footed in any trade negotiation compared to a bloc speaking on behalf of 27 member states. Brexit is so many things. It's an insurance policy against a single European army. That project is on the way. And given the dithering and confusion over Ukraine, it's pretty clear that the EU couldn't run a whelk stall, let alone a military operation. The Germans, for example, are far too reliant on Russian gas to stand up to Putin. So we won't take any lectures from them, thank you very much. The EU have equivocated over Ukraine, and we will pay the price. Some of the detail in relation to Brexit doesn't make for great reading, I'll give you that. But the bigger picture is a bright one. Brexit is an insurance policy against ever being a member of the euro, which would stop us acting in the best interests of our own economy. It's an insurance policy against ever being in the Schengen area, which sees the unlimited flow of citizens back and forth with its potential stresses on infrastructure and society. And Brexit is an opportunity for Britain to think differently, to be an agile, low-tax, dynamic and diverse society, marking us out as an economic, diplomatic, military and creative player on the world stage. It ain't perfect, but in my view, the case for Brexit gets stronger by the day. Perhaps the British public weren't so stupid after all.